So what is granny stitch? Well, at its core, granny stitch is basically just a series of 3 treble stitches, which we call a cluster, and they are spaced in the gaps of the previous row. So I'm going to show you how to work granny stitch flat, so you can create things like cardigans, cushions, blankets. If you're more interested in learning about a granny square, then we have a separate video for that, but I'm not going to cover that in this video, but it will use the same techniques. For our practice today, to just learn how the granny stitch works and sort of get into the flow of the stitches, we're just going to create a square. So we're going to chain a multiple of 3 plus 2 stitches. So we're going to start with 32 chains. So you don't need to upsize or go down a size in your crochet hook for granny stitch. So I'm using a 4mm and a double knit yarn. So we're going to wrap the yarn around our finger and pull it through to create our slip knot. Okay, and pop that onto our hook, pull it but not too tight, and we're going to chain 32. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So just carry on until you've got a chain of 32. I'm going to now just crochet a row of doubles just to stabilize this bottom edge. So we're going to skip the first chain that's next to the hook, and we're going to double crochet into the next one. Now if you prefer to work into the back bump, then feel free to do that as well, but for this example we're just going to work into the chain. So we're just going to double crochet along. So insert your hook, yarn over, pull through a loop, yarn over and pull through 2. So just a standard double crochet into the chain all the way along. If you wanted to count your stitches, we should have 31 double crochets because we chained 32 and then we skipped the one at the beginning to make it part of the first double crochet. Okay, so now we can just turn our work, and we need to raise our crocheting up to the height of the treble stitch. So I like to just chain 2 because I find that 3 chains is a bit too much for me, but if you chain quite tightly then you might want to do a chain of 3. Okay, so now I'm going to count this as 1 treble, and I'm going to put another treble into this first stitch here, which is at the base of the chain. So to do a treble, we're wrapping the yarn around, inserting our hook into the whole stitch. So when you pop it through, you will see that the hook has gone through the entire stitch, so it's gone under both loops. We're pulling the yarn through, so now we should have 3 loops on our hook. We're going to yarn over and pull through 2, and yarn over and pull through 2. So it's just a normal treble stitch. So this counts now. We've got the chain and the treble, that's 2 treble stitches. Okay, so this is our setup row for our granny stitch. So what we need to do now is create the gap between the clusters. So we're going to skip this next stitch, and we're also going to skip the one after it, and we're going to put our next treble in this third stitch from the hook. So we're going to wrap the yarn around, insert our hook right through the stitch, so it's under both of those loops, yarn over, pull a loop through, pull through 2 and pull through 2, and then we're going to do 2 more trebles into the same stitch, and that is what gives us our cluster. So yarn over, insert into the same stitch, pull through 3 loops, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2. That's our second treble, so we just need to do 1 more. So now we've got 3 trebles in that same stitch, so that's our first whole cluster. So okay, now we need to skip the next 2, so we're skipping this one, the next one, and we're going to put 3 more trebles in this next stitch. So yarn over, insert your hook, pull the loop through, yarn over, pull through 2, and yarn over, pull through 2, and repeat. Okay, so once we've got our 3 stitches, our cluster, we're going to continue to work along, skip 2 and put 3 trebles in the next one, and just carry on along until you get to the end. Okay, so I've continued to work my clusters in every third stitch. Now I'm at the end, and to match what we did at the beginning, we just want 2 clusters in 2 trebles, in the last stitch. So we're going to yarn over, insert the hook into the last stitch, yarn over, pull through 2 and pull through 2, and put 1 more in that last stitch. So we've just got 2 trebles in the end, not 3. Okay, so now we're going to turn, and again we're going to chain. Now I like to do my chain 2 because I find that's tall enough for my treble, but if you need to chain 3, then you do that. Okay, so here we've got our last 2 trebles of the previous row, and we're going to ignore these, and we're looking for this gap here in between our clusters. So we're going to do 3 trebles into this gap in between. So we're not going into the stitch, we're going into the whole space. So we wrap our yarn around, insert a hook into the whole space, yarn over and pull through, yarn over, pull through 2, oops, yarn over, pull through 2, and we're going to do 2 more in that same space. So that's another 1, and 2. So we've done our cluster in the space between the stitches. So now we're going to go ahead and crochet another 3 trebles, so another cluster in this next space. So yarn over, insert, pull through 2, pull through 2, that's 1, 2, and 3. Okay, so you just carry on working 3 trebles in this space in between the stitches all the way, and finishing with 3 in this last space. Once you've worked your cluster into the last space, we now need to finish off this row in the same way that we started it. So we had our chain 2 or chain 3, which counts as 1 single treble, so we need to add a single treble at the end here. So we're going to you can find the chain, because this was our turning chain, so you can either treble into the top of the chain, but the easiest thing to do is just to treble into the space between the chain and the stitch. So if we yarn over and insert a hook into the space between that chain and the first treble, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through 2, and yarn over, pull through 2. Okay, so we're going to turn it, and we need to do our turning chain again. So I'm doing 2, but obviously you do 3 if your chain isn't tall enough, so that counts as a treble. So now we're going to do a treble into the space between this last stitch of the previous row and the last cluster. So we're going into this space here. So we're going to do a treble, so we yarn over into the space, pull a loop through, yarn over, pull through 2, and yarn over, pull through 2. So this chain and treble, so the chain counts as a treble, so we've got 2 to start here. And now we're going to put our first cluster into the space between the next 2 clusters. So we're going to yarn over, we're going into the space between, and we're adding 3 clusters into this space. Sorry, 3 trebles, so that's our cluster into this space. Okay, then we're looking for our next space, and we're going to put our next cluster in there, so 3 trebles, and just continue putting 3 trebles in each space all the way along. And you want to finish with a cluster between these last 2 treble clusters, and then we'll finish off at the end. So I've got worked my final cluster now in between these 2 clusters, and we started the row with a double with 2 trebles, so we're going to end with 2 trebles. So we're going to put a treble into the space between the last cluster and our turning chain. That's 1, and then we're going to pop another one in there as well. That's 2. Okay, so that is our 2-row repeat. We have a single turning chain and a single treble at the end of this row with our 3 treble clusters in between, and then on the following row you will have your turning chain and treble at one end and your 2 trebles at the other. So if you didn't want to do a turning chain, another option is a stacked stitch. So I'll show you how to do that at the end, and it just creates a bit of a neater edge. So what we're going to do is insert, we've turned our work and we're going to insert our hook into the first stitch. Now because you've twisted it and you haven't chained or anything, it can be a bit tricky to see that first stitch. So just look at the top and insert your hook under the V of that first stitch. And we're going to yarn over and pull a loop through just like we would in a normal double crochet. Yarn over and pull through 2. So now we're looking at the 2 legs of this stitch, and we're going to work into the left hand leg. So we're going to insert our hook between these 2 legs of the stitch and just underneath that left hand leg. I'm going to yarn over and pull a loop through, yarn over and pull through 2. So in effect we've done 2 double crochets stacked on top of each other, so that gives us the height of a treble. Okay, so now we're looking at the space here, and we're going to do our 3 treble cluster in the space. That's 1, 2, 3. Okay, so just keep working your clusters all the way along, finishing with a cluster in this last space here. I've done my clusters all the way along, and now I'm finishing with a single treble in the end, as we started with a single at that side. So I'm going to pop that in between the 2 stitches here. Now if I had been working stacked stitches previously and not turning chains, then I would work into the top of the stacked stitch here, but as it was a turning chain, I'm going to work in between. Okay, so let's work another stacked stitch on this side. So let's turn, and we're looking, can you see here it's got quite twisted at that first stitch, so it's quite hard to see, so just be careful when you do turn that you can still see the top of the stitch there. Sometimes it's easier to kind of look at it from the back. So we're going to work into that first stitch and do a double crochet. Okay, then we're looking at the 2 legs of our double, and we're going underneath that left hand leg, and we're pulling a loop through, yarn over and pull through 2, and that's our stacked stitch. So this is a 2 stitch beginning of our row. So we've done our stacked stitch in there, and now we're going to do our next treble in the space between the cluster and the last stitch. So we're just going to pop a treble in that space there, and then we're going to continue as before, putting our 3 treble clusters in each of these spaces. That's 1, 2, 3. So carry on working all the way along, finishing with a cluster in between these 2 clusters here. So now we're just going to add our last 2 stitches. So we're going to pop a treble in the space between the starting stacked stitch here of our previous row and the first cluster. So we're going to yarn over and treble into that space, and now we're going to put our last stitch in the top of this stacked stitch. So if we just turn this over very slightly, you can see the V there of the top of the stitch. So we're going to yarn over and insert our hook into the stitch, into the 2 loops at the top, the normal V, and pull a loop through, pull through 2, pull through 2. And you can see where we've used a stacked stitch on this bit. It's very straight and very neat compared to where we've worked turning chains further down. Now if you were going to crochet a border around this, so you were going into it anyway, it wouldn't matter. But otherwise, if you can do a stacked stitch, then I would recommend having a go at that. If you wanted to turn this into a square to use it a cushion or a blanket or something, just carry on working your 2 row repeat until the height of the square is the same as the width, and then if you really want to match it, then just finish with a row of double crochets like we did at the beginning.